All right, I wanted to do a backlight video for 6S just because I've got a bunch here in front of me and one just came in. So let's take a look. These come in two flavors, easy and hard. So your goal is to get them while they're easy. You'd never want to jump the 6S backlight filter because of the damage that it can cause if you don't have the circuit protected by the filter. Let's take a look at this first one, and this one just came in, and let's see if it looks like it has a backlight problem. I think it does. This is, yep, so that one's backlight, and you can tell right there, boom, it'll just jump out at you after you've solved a couple of these. So rather than look up the schematic, and we're going to do a little please bro solutions here and just replace this backlight filter because it's a super straightforward job if you have the right tools and equipment and a little bit of experience. So we're going to start by getting rid of the silicone overfill, I guess, or waterproof coating or whatever you want to call this. One guy in the course called it the apple poop, which is pretty much what it is. We're going to make sure that the battery is disconnected, and we're just going to dig out the filter so that we can have a clean surface to solder the new one on. And this is sort of no serious diagnosis required. I'm not getting out my multimeter and measuring this, just because the filter is the most common failure point for iPhone 6S backlight, and if you look at it and it looks fucked up, it is fucked up. Replace it, you're done. Sometimes they'll have secondary issues, but for the most part, this is super straightforward. So let's go ahead and change this filter, and then I will show you a really tough one. So you never know what you're going to get with iPhone 6S backlight jobs. All right, so I got some new filters here. Mini hot tweezers, flux. Christine, this is gonna be your first repair coming up. If I wasn't like having to go get the kids like 10 minutes ago, you would be doing this right now. Just FYI, get ready. It's coming. Then we'll have all 6S backlight jobs just done right at intake. It'd be awesome. See, here's the thing, Christine. You are going to ultimately love 6S backlight jobs because I would guess that you could change the 6S backlight filter faster than it would take you to do all of the labeling and ticket entering and passcode and all of the stuff that you have to do at intake. Wouldn't you rather just fix it? Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be our goal. That's gonna be that'll be our January project. Yeah, then we'll be able to do like same day turnaround on all easy 6S backlight filter jobs. All right. Okay, done. So that's all that is. If you're concerned, you could kind of check continuity and make sure you don't have a short, but that's going to work. All right, so let's stick his screen back on here, and we'll hand it right back to Christine. Assuming it works. Oh, I did tape the camera out of the way, because the little bit of hot air we used will bother the camera, so we don't want to mess that up. All right. I don't know what that piece of orange thing is for. All right, let's see. Show me backlight. Yay. All right, backlight working. This one's done. Ding ding, order up backlight. Is this the one that you just brought me? Yeah. See all this labeling, no pentalobes, no home button, no sim tray, blardy blar. All right. Ready to get out of here. All right, next let's do the other one that was going to be my easy one before that one showed up. All right, let's take a look at this one. Now it's your turn to play. Let's see who can find the backlight filter and see if it's bad just by quick visual inspection. All right, let's see. And okay, so somebody's been here before us. So that's a little bit concerning because this is already kind of dug up and, well, maybe not. That looks like the original one. No one has soldered in here. Somebody just inspected. All right, so somebody looked under here and said, yep, that's the backlight filter, just kind of hanging out. All right, so this is pretty much the same job. And they're like this a lot of times. A lot of times they will eject themselves from the board. So you have to be careful when they're like really super loose like this. They'll likely come off and there's nothing that you can do. There we go. They just commit suicide. They're just suicidal. They're phone terrorists. They just, it's like a bunch of backlight circus jihad going on here in the 6S. All right, so that one was easy as well. You got to just be careful that you don't have it like super loose and then you pull it off accidentally pulling a pad without using heat. So you just kind of have to be careful for that. All right, stick some flux in there and we will roll out another little 6S backlight dude. This is the kind of repair that will impress all your friends. When you actually put the backlight filter on your finger, this is always like my favorite party trick when you're got people over like, hey, what are you doing? And you actually show somebody. We just did a bit of a documentary series. Hey, see that filter? No, you can see it. Look, I'll put it right on my finger. I like to, kind of give people one to take home. See it right there on my finger? Look at this. And this is my finger. See how tiny it is? It's really tiny. That's tiny. You could put it on a nickel and it would fit like inside the letter O in God We Trust. All right, let's get that back. Oh, that was out of focus. Get the new one on. So this is just a quick job for our trusty mini hot tweezers. Just stick it down. That's all there is to it. Done. All right. It takes far longer to do your disassembly, reassembly. All right, this guy didn't send us a screen, so we're gonna have to test it. So the point here, the reason why I wanted to do these little 6S easy video is because 6S backlight filter change is easy. So you should get filters and you should change it with filters. And if you don't have filters, go buy them from Jason on microsolderingsupply.com. Not to be confused with microsoldering.com. Getting a lot of people going, thinking that Jason is my former student, and we work together and we talk every day. And we peripherally know of Michael from microsoldering.com, but I've never met him. I've never had a conversation with him. So definitely not the same place. Well, that's a weird, look at that, that's a fucked up screen. So now we got to figure out, that's not normal. All right. Okay, well that looks normal, so I'll have to consider this screen bad. Yeah, it looks pretty bad. It's missing some pieces there. So again, the point, I'm gonna try this. God damn it, Christine. It's a trick. I guess this predates the new passcode labeling plan because I just had a massive fail. I assumed that the passcode was written in Christine's code, but this one is grandfathered in under the old way. God damn it. All right, this one is not even written down. This is like totally messed up. Wait. This is from broke ass phone? Yeah. Is it from right now? Or I remember that like yesterday. Yeah, so So is the passcode in code or not? I need broke ass phone's passcode.
Let me see this.
Can you just go see if that works? All right, done. Yay! All right, now we're moving on to the hard one. I wish I broke ass iPad. I like that broke ass phone. I wonder if broke ass phone's doing pretty well. Broke ass phone, time to learn how to microsolder. Why don't you come out to the course so that you can fix your own damn backlights? Okay. All right, now let's look at this one. This one is not going to be all so peachy. So here's the point. Don't jump the 6S backlight filter because clearly it's super easy to replace it. So replace it, and then you're protected the next time somebody takes their phone, broke-ass phone, and they slap a screen on there without disconnecting battery. I'm sure broke-ass phone has learned their lesson and will never do that again. So don't jump the filter, because if you do, then all hell breaks loose. So here's an all hell broken loose one, which is why I wanted to do this video. Let's take a look. All right, so this is another one coming in for backlight. The fact that the shield is off is always scary. Now let's go ahead and look at our favorite spot, the filter. All right, so this time the filter, god damn camera. The filter also looks fucked up as usual, but I can see like a crater. Now this is not loose, and it is replaced, so somebody's dug this all up, and you can see that there was, this was not just like jihad, this was like a holy war. You know, this is like mafia vendetta going on here. So let's first, before we do anything else, let's first check to see, is there a short to ground on the line? So we're gonna check for a short to ground on the line and make sure the multimeter wakes up. All right, so we'll touch ground. All right, that cap is ground. All right, okay, good. So there's, at least right now, no short to ground on this line. All right, so we can check out the rest of the landscape here. So that filter's bad, so maybe we can get away with just replacing the filter. However, since everything is out in the open right now, let's go ahead and take a look around the rest of this board. Okay, solder balls, never a good sign. And this is the backlight driver. So somebody has been here. This is all dug out. So somebody has already tried to replace this. I don't know why it still has all this underfill. It's not going to go back in if you don't clear out that underfill. And so this looks like this looks like a newbie replacement here. This is a backlight diode 1, diode 2, a whole bunch of solder paste balls. Don't know why. The solder paste has no business in phones. I don't know why people recommend that outside of reballing chips. So, and then we've got a seriously cracked coil. So cracked coil sucks. I'm not 100% sure. This is the big backlight coil, and this is like a little one. So there's two different backlight circuits that come together to make one backlight anode line. I don't know why there's two diodes and two coils, but there's only one chip. So hopefully, I know for sure that on like the Air and 6S Plus that you can tie both backlight lines when there are two lines together and get away without one of them being there. So hopefully we won't have to, that coil will be, he'll be okay. Hopefully, I don't know. All right, let's actually look on the side at this work here at this chip. All right. Okay, so this is just, okay, you guys can't see anything at all. This is not a good placement at all. So under here, the chip is hanging out in the air. There's all kinds of crap under there. It's not touching on half of the balls. It's just, it's way up high. So you can't you can't hope to do a BGA chip job like this without clearing out that underfill. All right, so let's actually start here since that's where we are now. And so now it's our job to actually clear out the area so that we can work here. So we'll go low air and some kind of a sharp needle or X-Acto knife or something, because we're going to have to make it so that we can actually do something here without asking chips to get right back in their original position. It's just not happening. They need to be able to move around. They got to live and breathe. They got to be free. Chips can't be tied down like that. They got to be free. Or they're not going to want to work. Freedom for chips. Freedom for integrated circuit chips. Look at that. It's like not on there like at all. Super, super dangerous. Oh my God, that is like absolutely not on there. Just super dangerous. Super dangerous now because he's going to be like held on by like one tiny little pad is connecting one ball, and it's gonna suck when I rip him off by accident here. It's gonna suck Christine's dick. Right? Yeah, my goal, let's talk about New Year's resolutions. Christine, do you have any New Year's resolutions? Learn how to repair a 6S backlight? Yes, I like it. Let's make that happen. My New Year's resolution is to casually overhear Christine telling someone to suck her dick sometime in 2016. Not gonna happen, she says. Well, you said, what did you say the other day? You said shit sticks. Yeah, shit sticks. There we go. And of course, I mean, look at that. This is just shit. Alright, so we gotta figure out what the hell this pad, maybe it's still there. Alright, now we can dig more. Oh, you guys can't see any of that. Oh, fiddlesticks. Do you actually say, oh, fiddlesticks? No, of course not. That would be lame. What do you say when you get really pissed? You say what? Say Jesus? Oh my God. You're going to hell. That is a really bad word. You're going straight to hell. See you there. I say Jesus. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. All right. I know it's so bad. Like we get like a lot of a lot of folks don't appreciate our rampant atheism around here. Especially somebody who, I mean, I'm sure some of these folks probably watch this channel and this is like a bad idea, but I can remember, you know, like one guy in particular used to sign all of his like quote requests in his grip. And I just, that really bothered me because I couldn't help but to think about like in his grip, like Jesus masturbating. Yeah, you know, it's just, doesn't that make you think of that?
No!
No? Yes, it does. It's impossible not to. I mean, come on.
I've never even heard that term.
Well, neither had I until I started having visions of the holy wand. So fucking bad. Even Lewis's channel does not you know, even he would like draw the line somewhere. I don't think he's ever mentioned Jesus Christ masturbating on his channel ever. All right, I think we got 2 missing pads. That's gonna suck, but what are you going to do? Right? You can't solder in here. You can't put a new chip on here with this underfill stuff in place. It's got to be gone or it's not going to work. All right, let's get some more heat and clear it out. What would Jesus do? He would sit here and clear underfill with hot air. It is the season of love. Loving your neighbor. We went out Christmas caroling last night with the Girl Scouts, and that was pretty fun. But here's a suggestion I'd like to make to the Girl Scouts of HFL here in Honey Falls. Nobody wants to sing or hear more than the first verse of every song. Nobody really wants to listen to all 4 verses of Frosty the Snowman. No one even knows anything more than the first verse of Silent Night. And then you've got people that are like initially think when a bunch of Girl Scouts come up to their door, they want me to buy cookies or something else. So they're going to hit me up for money. And then they're like pleasantly surprised. Like, oh no, they're just here to be festive and share Christmas spirit. How lovely. And everybody says yay. But then they're sort of like, they don't know how many songs you're going to be singing. Like, is this like a concert or, and are we just doing the one song? So they don't know whether or not they should shut the door and just keep their own heat in their house and just listen to you through the door and just kind of stand there and watch you freeze your ass off. Or should they just keep holding the door open? And that's what most people do. They just stand there the whole time, letting the temperature inside their house go down 10 degrees while you plow through the 3rd and 4th verse of Frosty the Snowman, which is a bad idea. All right, we're about to lose this other pad. These are like super weakly attached on here. There's really nothing you can do about it. So, Girl Scouts of America, just knock it down to one verse. One verse is good. And when you first go up to the house, maybe say something like, "It's not cookie time of year yet." So let them know that you're playing a Christmas carol. And then here's my other tip about Christmas caroling with the Girl Scouts. Have an exit strategy, because you don't know. We kept getting caught in these like, well, I'm not sure if they're here or not. Let's just start singing to see if they will just come to the door. And then at one house, we were employing that strategy because we got tricked by the like motion light on the the like automatic porch light. There we go. Saved that guy. So we got tricked by that, and then we realized, yeah, they're not home. However, their dog was home. So their dog came to the door, to the front porch, and the dog is just sitting there. And we're like about one stanza into Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And at which point, when there's like, there's just a dog, then stop singing and leave. But nobody says that. No, it's like you don't want to break any rules. So this entire troop sits there and sings through every single verse of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer to a dog. Just sit there and sings to Sparky. And then finally one of them was like smart enough to be like, yeah, let's skip the "We Wish You a Merry Christmas" and get the hell out of here. So so we went out Christmas caroling last night, freezing our asses off, super cold, and we sang Christmas carols to a local dog. That was a blast. Christine, did carolers come to your house last night?
No.
Oh, see? Would you have found it annoying, or would you have found it festive and pleasant if we had been on your street?
Both.
Oh, okay. Wow. Would you have enjoyed it if we only sang one stanza and not like the full?
Yes, I would really enjoy it.
Yes, I think that we should make a movement. Okay, so now we can get back in there. I think we've got that pad less, oh my God, it's gonna fall off. And see what we can do. Oh, what a pain in the ass. I'm watching myself fuck up my tweezers in real time. Like, I'm like, wow, look at those tweezers are really getting fucked up as I continue to just pound them into this hard thing. Okay, well, now we got to do some more boring work around the diode. And I'm supposed to pick up my kids. Not happening. Got to finish this up and get on. I think I'm going to have to bring them over here because I need to I want to not be working in the shop. There's no reason. It's too close to Christmas. I'm going to be home. We have 4 Christmas trees because that's how ridiculous it is at my house. Alright. Burn my finger. Time to be done. Okay, I think that's good. Alright, we'll be able to work with that. Alright, that's probably the hardest part of this job. Alright, now let's clean that up. Alright, first we'll flatten what's left in there. Actually, I think I'm going to go with the tweezers. Just because I want to avoid the one that's really loose. That one's just going to have to deal. Okay. Let's clean it up. Christine, what could you see yourself starting a YouTube channel on?
Probably talking with your kids and
Yeah. You'd be good at that. Okay. So alright, so that's good. We can work with that. Now we need to go on a hunt and find out what what the 2 missing ones go to. Easiest way to do that is the XW tool. And I just want to know. It doesn't really matter that much. All right, so these 2 are together, and it is PPBLSW2. So that goes, if we just left them off, we would just be taking out the little diode and the little burned up coil. So if we just left off that whole line, then we would be basically running the backlight off of the other line. And since this diode is missing and this coil is fucked up, it tells me that the original problem all along, let's find out where ground is. The original problem all along is that these pads that are now missing were loose, and they touched ground, either that or there was a nudge or something, but ground touched here, and then subsequently to that, those were seriously injured in the damage here. I'm kind of tempted to just kind of move on without them and just see what happens. I just kind of want to know what happens, so that's what I'm going to do. All right, so let's get a new chip and stick it on there, and if we get some kind of weird janky backlight, then what we'll do is we'll just take it off and fix that up. So we could fix this. We could, since these guys are tied together, we could, and they go to this guy, we could lay a jumper, you know, here and just kind of lay it across there and solder on top of that. But this coil, given how cracked it is, if it's like the 6S, it may actually have lowered inductance and therefore be weak, so it may not contribute anyway. So my decision is fuck it. Woo woo. Plus, I can get this done real quick, and then we can find out what happens, and I can pick up the kids without getting yelled at. So it sounds like a giant win. All right. 6S backlight driver chip. And I just looked up where the A1 spot is. All right, A1 was this top right corner. All right, more or less, it's gonna go like that. Close enough. All right, let's get some heat sinks on here to protect our CPU. And let's get that back on there. So now I'll go back up to soldering temperature. What temperature do I use on my hot air? Answer: hot enough, not too hot. This is the part you gotta figure out. You gotta watch it, listen to it, and do whatever it takes to make yours feel about the same, to take about the same amount of time. You can really see the chip have movement. You can see it sink. You can see everybody else moving around. You can give it a nudge. There we go. Now he's nudgy. Okay, so see what I mean about that freedom of motion? He's got to be able to boogie in order to be able to solder himself down. If you don't do that, it's not gonna, you know, it's never gonna make a joint. All right, let's go back and swap that original filter. So now let's go back to the easy job real quick, and then we'll just test, and then I'll just cut this off and go pick up the kids, and we'll have to come back to it if it doesn't work. Just want to know what happens. Gotta know. I got to know. All right. Let's get down there. Clean up these pads a little bit. Yeah, so that's missing half its pad. And there was a little bit of exposed ground there. But I think that's unrelated. It can sit on that pad, probably. Let's find out. All right, here comes new guy. Comes a new blood in town. All right, let's try to get it on here without tagging any ground. Might be okay. All right, multimeter. First, we're going to test to see if we have continuity to ground, which would be bad. We don't want to short to ground. Quiet, quiet, excellent. All right, now I've got to try to get down there all the way to the, no, stop that. All right, let's see if we have a, all right, so now we've got continuity through the connector, or through the filter all the way out. All right, test and get out of here real quick. Where's my screen called good test? Oh, I need back my my good test screen. I'd hate to have to use rainbow again. All right. Rule number 1 with 6S is always avoid blowing the backlight. So just for safety, think of them as rifles, and just even, you know, just kind of having their battery disconnected when they're like out and floppy for them is really important, because they like to have a little holy war going on with the backlight circuit. All right, well, either way, we're going to stop right now, but I'm interested to see what does it look like with just one backlight line in the 6S. Not sure this battery has any juice. Let's find out. Otherwise, it'll be a DC power supply. I have 2 minutes to get the fuck out of here. And a stone dead battery. Fantastic. All right, so we just want to see what the backlight's going to look like. So we will go DC power supply and see if there's anything at all. If not, troubleshooting, but we'll have to come back for that. All right, moment of truth. Dun, 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 dun. Let's actually be able to see. All right, I see something. I see Apple. Show me beautiful full backlight. Boom. Drop the backlight. Come to mama. Show me a beautiful full, no gray spots, no theater curtain, excellent, lovely, lovely backlight now. Come on. Do it. Show me. I've got to go. The kids, they're waiting. Grandma is going to be pissed. You want Grandma to get pissed. Come on. This is getting ready to make me say Jesus. Anybody know what this guy's passcode is? Let's just do emergency. No, don't give me a press home button. I don't want to do that. I want to cancel. Okay, I want emergency call. Yay! Beautiful backlight. Awesome. Nobody would ever have any problem with that display. There we go. Fixed. Boom. All right, so there you go. Apparently, iPhone 6S can make a full display with no annoying dead spots. As far as brightness, I don't know. We got to get the passcode and figure that out. Let's see if we can figure that out real quick. Oh, that's not this guy. This is that guy. Oh, this guy. Let's see. Nope, that's broke ass phone. Yeah, this guy. Tell me the passcode. Tell me the passcode. God fucking damn it! I swear to God, I don't know how many videos I have gotten to this point. Require passcode. I mean, look at this. Device passcode for testing. Rush before the first of the year. Well, you know what? You're getting it as is. Done. Backlight works. Hope your brightness goes all the way up. What can you say? Provide your passcodes, please, before sending for repair. All right, so we'll call them up. We'll figure it out. We'll update in the comments whether or not it was the same brightness compared to a 6S backlight that was not giving up the little baby coil and the other diode. But my guess is that practically there will be the same, just because in a lot of devices there will be some irrecoverable problem. that would be a tough problem to recover from. You know, pulled missing pads, extreme damage at the coil. You'd have to get that coil out of there and replaced without damaging the adjacent CPU. It's just, that's not worth it. If there's little, if any, measurable practical gain. So I would stand by this repair as the best, most practical solution for this problem, which is to just leave off that sort of supplemental line, and then we'll see whether or not there's anything kind of worse for the wear. My guess would be no. None of the other devices with this sort of similar screen. This is the same exact LCD itself in the 6, and the 6 backlight has, it dies all of the time, because the caps are rated low and they just sort of blow up. These have better caps, and I don't think that kind of having that second sort of system is going to make any difference at all. But what do I know? We'll find out.